What is up, dudes? NYKia31 here, Madden 16, Madden Ultimate Team. This is regular Ultimate Team, not salary cap. My team has finally been 90 overall. We're at 90 even. I had about 50K in coins burning a hole in my pocket, grinding away at those solo challenges and swapping cards in the auction block and all that good stuff. So I was able to. Oh, and actually, I got a couple of neat little goodies in a reward pack for once. I never get good cards reward packs. Like, yeah, some people do. I have no idea how, but I get dog crap usually. But this time I got a couple of good ones, and I got a new right tackle there. I have Robert Woods, and I got a new Travis Benjamin. I got a new middle linebacker, and I also have. Well, I kind of reshuffled the wide receiver unit. I still have Andre Reed in the slot there, as you saw. So I have Travis Benjamin and Robert Woods on the outside, more speed there, and good route running. They're both 94-ish. Andre Reed in the slot with Amari Cooper, Jarvis Landry, and I still have Michael Floyd who's kind of sitting around. He might hit the auction block to see what I can get for him. I'm still rolling with the 88 overall Blake Bortles and the 91 overall Adrian Peterson. They just get the job done for me. I'm completely satisfied with those two cards. I really see no reason to upgrade them. This Trent Murphy, this 92 Trent Murphy, he's a animal. He's a beast. Got him on the auction block. I got that Buchanan middle linebacker card in a reward pack. So I have him teamed with Ryan Shazier. Both are really, really fast. And Buchanan has like a 90-something zone coverage. Harrison Smith and Alaka are still my safeties. I got an Eric Armstead off the in a reward pack. And Rondé Barber and Trey Waynes are outside. Jim Smith and Patrick Pete in the slots. And of course, Anthony Barr, he still holds his value tremendously as well. So, here we go in this game. And, I'm playing this guy and trying to piece together what he likes to do, what he's attempting to do. And I just shake my head. They're just so aggravating and annoying. Not because of the fact that you can't beat these people. In MUT, my record's something like 30-9, and out of those 9 losses, 2 of them, I didn't realize I still play regular MUT, so I took my MUT salary cap team into regular MUT, and they were just completely mismatched. And, the first few levels of MUT, I didn't really feel like going through the MUT playoffs. I just wanted to get to the next tier, so I just forfeited my playoff games. So you have maybe, 3 or 4 losses that are actually real. So it's not about, having difficulty beating the schlock here that you run into. It's more frustrating in the sense that it doesn't have to be this way. You know, for someone who loves football like I do and has a passion for football like I do, I see what these guys or how these guys play. I see this guy here, and what got me pissed off, this is what set me off. What got me pissed off, I see this guy playing with John Elway and seeing how he plays. And John Elway is one of my top 2 or 3 favorite quarterbacks of all time. John Elway and Dan Marino are the 2 most perfect quarterback specimens I've ever seen in my entire life, and nothing anybody says will ever change my opinion of that. So when I see this guy have him and see how he plays, it just filled me with disgust. The MUT gamer, he disgraces the sport. Now, I'm saying that generically and generally, so Zan4, Progress, CMAT, don't scream at me and yell at me on Twitter or in the comments section. I'm not talking about, you guys know the type of guys who I'm talking about. And, I even like Gibbs and Farles. They're really nice guys. And people like Zan4, Progress, Gibbs and Farles, they know a lot of football. Gibbs and Farles know a lot about football, but they're professional Madden gamers. So what I find frustrating is that they have this massive platform, and rather than use that platform to build knowledge of the sport, that platform is wasted on these nerds who want to learn gimmicks and learn ways to um, suck down your deep safety like this guy does here. This guy's offense, and he's real proud of himself for doing it, this guy's offense basically consists of spamming a bunch of hot route combinations, and I know what they are, and I know how to stop them, but the fact that his entire game plan revolves around working over the AI, and the fact that he's obviously beating people playing like this, it's just irritating. And while I get that online gameplay, freestyle gameplay is the wild, wild west, anything goes, and people will, find any way possible to exploit a game, it's still frustrating that the game can be exploited by very simple things. And the tournament gamer, the guy who's playing for money, and the guy who's playing online and wanting to hoard together coins to get all these elite players or win games with all these elite players, what are they going to do? They're not going to give a damn about, learning how to dissect a press quarters defense. No, they want to know, hey, Gibbs and Farles, show me how to get one-play touchdown passes. Show me how to get A-gap pressure. Show me how to get edge pressure. Show me how to get unbumpable route releases and all of that crap. Now, the fact that those kind of things are in the game, as this fool decides to run 5 yards backwards on a pitch, gee, stuff like that. I mean, God. Anytime you have the chance to run for a 5-yard loss for running straight backwards, you got to do it, I guess. But the fact those kind of things are in the game is a problem with the game itself. The game still has to do tightening up along the trenches. I talk about that with Rex and Clint all the time. Trenches, matchups being respected at all times consistently, and pattern matching zone coverage, modern pattern matching zone coverage, which are dynamic, free-flowing, where routes are being contested underneath and crossers are being passed off, things of that nature. They have to be in the game. Unbumpable route releases by split ends have to be taken out of the game, and the game needs to be as exploit-free an experience as humanly possible. Because you should have to have some, you don't have to be Bill Belichick, you don't have to be Bill Walsh, but you do need to know, or you should need to know, that, throwing or forcing a deep post into a single high safety isn't a wise proposition. Or you need to understand that quarters is not a prevent defense. If you don't match up on the outside with your receivers and DB matchups, that's grass. It's one-on-one on the outside in a press quarter scheme or in a quarter scheme. Those kind of things, it's not unreasonable to expect someone to have just a rudimentary understanding of in order to succeed in the game and to score points. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is that someone like me can still hang and beat these people. My whole football, real life, I've had a passion for the run and shoot offense and Tampa 2 football. So I run the run and shoot in Mutt, and I have Rondé Barber here in Mutt. I want to collect players who I actually like and fit who I fit how I want to play, and also who I have a liking of. They don't have to be the best players. Rondé Barber is not the best player, the best corner in Mutt, but he's not bad. But he's a player that I was a deep fan of due to my passion of the Tampa 2 system. I'm working on trying to get a legend Reggie Wayne because Reggie Wayne's one of my favorite receivers of all time. Stuff like that. So, can I still compete? Sure, absolutely. But is the card deck still stacked against a guy who wants to play fairly against these goons? I would say yes, but I do feel also that the gap is shrinking. It's just annoying that even though There are, in my opinion, fewer money concepts in the game. The ones that are in the game are just so simple that it just ticks you off. Like anytime a fullback dive is overpowered, it makes you want to just, you know, kick a dog. I mean, someone can run fullback dive, toss, corner strike, four verts, and inside zone, shotgun inside zone, throw in Y sail and shallow cross here and there, and be pretty formidable to beat with just maybe four, five, six plays. That's a problem. Four verts is not a high percentage play. If it's defended properly, it usually requires a touch throw over a backer in between a safety or a back shoulder throw outside in order to get a completion. But guys just think they can just roll out an empty four verts and go to town. So, yeah. So while, the sim head like B can still compete and, get his fair share of blowouts in this environment, it's still a pain in the behind. I don't want to be forced to play in an online franchise in order to get less video game gimmick stuff and more football. And even in the online, franchise world, you have guys who straddle that line. But, as Cesar likes to say in his 2K videos, don't play video games, play basketball. That mantra needs to be beat in the Madden world as well. Don't play video games, play football. Hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you all later. Peace.